Hey, how's it going, guys? Ricky Summer here. Welcome back to X4. So we're starting off in the build plan view of the player HQ because I want to show you something here. I suspected this would happen, but I figured I'd just try it out to just to make sure. But I had hoped that we would be able to make a ring around the ring of the player HQ and hang modules off it, but it's not going to really work that way. You might be able to tell from here that these two sections here, even though the part that I've built is identical, it's mirrored, they're actually offset. They're not directly opposite each other. So making a ring that connects to itself is not actually possible. That being said, to do it on an independent station elsewhere would be possible, I think, and would be quite cool. And I would like to try that at some point. But it doesn't look like it's going to be possible here. And the fact that we've got the split tri connector pieces, while they are cool, they're not going to work out for us really here. So something else I figured I might try is, what if I just build like essentially exactly what I've already built here, but on the other remaining sections here? Well, you know what I'm going to try? First and foremost, let's grab this piece and we'll go copy sequence. And then we'll just tilt that around. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. And it's not necessarily for the reason you might think. It's not for the obvious reason because it's overlapping there. Let me grab a docking module here. And there we go. So for whatever reason, docking ports will snap to these 2 points here, but not these ones over here. I'll show you. Like there, and it won't snap there either. Doesn't like it. So there's some sort of clearance issue. I'm not sure what it is, and it was like that before I even started building. That's why I don't really like playing with a player HQ, because it's so limiting. What we can do, however, is, well, we can try and pull these things apart. Let me pull that apart and pull that off. No, it doesn't want to let me. Come on, there we go. Okay, we can attach these. Now, that's not amazing because it doesn't let us ring around really, because we've got these two parts sticking out here, so we'll have to readjust our design, but we can put those on. Why am I doing all this? Because I realized that I need liquid storage, right? I totally forgot about liquid storage. So we need to mine gas, and we can't mine gas until we have liquid storage. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, liquid is for gas, solid is for minerals, ore and silicon and whatnot, and containers for everything else. Yeah, so I'm trying to just find some more spots to dangle storage. So we're gonna have to do it this way. So I think, bite the bullet. That's how we got to do it. Another way to get around this, maybe. Let me show you. I'm having brain thoughts right here. Let's get rid of these modules. We don't need them. We can snap like an identical piece above it, and then we can rotate that to sort of fill in the gaps, right? Or be offset so that we can branch off in the direction we want to go. We can do that too, but I'm not going to do that just yet. All I want these pieces for currently is so that I can build some liquid storage. So let's just copy these over, just so that we've got a spot to build from here. So it's not going to be a perfect ring, but what it can be is a bunch of plates, a bunch of half ring or quarter ring sections that kind of interface above and below each other. For example, we can like build around here, like this is, I'm not actually going to use this, but just for the sake of, playing around with some ideas, we can do that. And then maybe, well, hell, you know what? You grab another energy cell, grab another energy cell production, put it right there. Look at that. Like that's kind of really cool, isn't it? And it still has the effect of it sort of being connected, even though it actually isn't. But let's remove that for the moment. I might actually do that at some point, but like I actually really like the look of that. But let's not do it right now. We don't need that. It's excessive building. So let's go to storage modules and let's just go liquid. And I want to make sure that it's facing out because everything has to be pretty. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? remove that. We'll do this the easy way. Liquid, liquid, so they're both facing the same way. And then we'll move the top one. Almost had it. Top one, and it moves the bottom one. And perfect. So that's facing out. It's still not, yeah. Look, building's a little finicky, but hell, it's a lot better than it was in X3, right? And at least it's visual, and you can move shit around. That's pretty great. Go do more station building. Next season we'll do a lot more station building because we're going to be doing a Space Weed Empire. I've actually been testing it on stream. If you haven't been on the streams when I've been playing X4, I've been using my stream save as a test for the next season of figuring out exactly where I need to go to get like Marja Dust production modules and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so look, listen. Fun times ahead. So liquid storage. We're just going to grab the one for now because we don't want to bogart the system over here. And let's make sure that's ready to go. In 3.5 minutes time, we're going to have some more solid fuel done. So Progress Rest is coming along nicely. We've got 80 million credits in the bank. So don't you worry about that. Where's that coming from, by the way? Buddy, you don't even want to know. But I'll tell you, because actually you do want to know. It came from Poggers Rest. Poggers Rest sold a bunch of shit. Like, let's check logical overview here. Yo! He must have sold a whole heck ton of Nevidium. Oh, huge. Huge if true. And it is true. So, it's huge. Beautiful. We got teleportation. Oh, man. Let's not do it yet. Let's wait for it to build up. But for the moment,
autopilot engaged.
We are going to go back to the Boneyard. But this summer, one man must enter the Boneyard and speak to the Split Curbs. Quarter Curbs. We're going to say hello to the Quarter Curbs. Hi, hello. How you doing, baby? I've been told, Shijin, I'm very sorry that I've made anyone uncomfortable ogling the Split women. I'm terribly sorry. It's my horrible split male gaze. What in the ass is going on, buddy? Alright.
Entering Heart of Acrimony.
I have entered Heart of Acrimony. Colonel Mortimer, yeah, buddy. The plots. I mean, I get... The destruction of the Blokefish was preventable, but also, like, how was I to know? You know? How was it preventable? By not parking the Blokefish within the gravity well, essentially. Is that what we call it? I mean, you know what I mean. Within the gravity well of that ship. Like, if we... Because you didn't have to park it, like, right nearby it, but... Again, how was I to know? And I'm totally with you. It's... I'm totally with you in that we did not have to lose the Blokefish, but the plot had decreed that we weren't allowed to control it.
Docked.
These things happen. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for the Split Resistance. But, you know, ooh, this one's sort of hard to get out of, huh? Look at that. So, Shijin also said, on a different note, the Mamba kind of looks like the Higaran fighter from Homeworld. Oh, yeah, I can see that. A little bit, yeah. Those burst rays damage the shields and bypass them to a certain extent and does hull damage at the same time. Yeah, okay, I thought so. They certainly seem to be really good against shields, but I did notice a little bit of bypassing there. So thanks for the confirmation. Hello.
Greetings. Hello.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to ogle the Split women. I'm sorry. I've committed the ultimate offense. I do love going to the Court of the Curbs. It's just a beautiful... Look at this. I love this room. I want this in all my carriers. I want these chairs, goddammit. But hold on. Let's inspect the chairs. Okay. No, I get it. Okay. So, like, at first glance, because there's no head support, right? At first glance, it looks like they're really small, but no, I get it. Oh God, I love these so much. Like, you can tell these are heated seats, you know? I'm incredibly into that. Anyway, hello. Where can I meet your patriarch?
Patriarchs? Ha! Only dead patriarchs here. This cabal of curbs. Curbs leave shackles of patriarchy and bring Gust to Gult vision to conclusion.
Wow, that is unprecedented.
Yo, that's totally
They're rebelling
unprecedented.
not only against the Zyarth Patriarchy, but also against their own patriarchs. I'll start looking into the local curbs and try to identify which might have worked against their patriarch's interests.
Dude, we're smashing the patriarchy. Gust's vision. What's the next step? You collude with Argon slaves. Let's ask more about their vision.
To finally curb not only patriarchs, but split society. Curbs tired of playing politics from shadows. Free families' patriarchs failed to expel Zyarth's patriarchy. Victory is for Curbs.
Alright, that's very interesting. So what's next?
With patriarchy occupation weakened, we focus on logistics. Pilot, deliver fleet. Details later.
Yo, okay, is this the part where we need like a fat stack of high society? Well, hold on, let's inquire a little bit more. Are you colluding with Argon slaves?
Escaped slave, return to free others. Slave rebellions force patriarchy to compromise. Force slave right bills to quell insurgent Argons. Old desire to like compromise. Keep him alive. Slave rights anger free families and increase our numbers. Under patriarchy oppression, escaped slave welcome to free more. Old Zyarth's compromises weaken patriarchy.
Okay, I get it. So, some of you in the comments were saying...
Right. I think that's all we need to know for now.
Okay, Dal.
Both the Zyarth Patriarchy and the Cable of Curbs have a chance of uniting the free families under their rule. Maybe not all of the free families. There are still the occasional pirate bands and mob bosses. Anyway, it's time to decide which effort we're going to support. A stronger patriarchy would have more resources to fight the Argon Federation, its allies, and whoever else they might decide to fight one day. The Curbs, on the other hand, would be an additional enemy for the patriarchy, which would relieve the pressure on the patriarchy's other foes. Our choice comes down to strengthening or weakening the patriarchy. Both options have their merits. You better meet me to discuss this.
Yo, it's huge! It's decision time! Oh god, okay, alright, okay. Very interesting if true. So... Oh, good
Stop
god.
your attack immediately.
I apologize for my attack, but my ship is just way too fast, and I can't handle it. What do we got on this thing? That's right. Yeah, okay, so I've got secondary on the beams, and primary is the pulse boys, or whatever they're called. The bolt repeaters, which I find very arousing. Okay, so where are we off to? We are off to... back to... Pogger's Rest, which we can just teleport to right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna wait for my captain. Hang on, I do have a captain, do I not? I don't have a captain. Never mind.
Autopilot engaged.
So I'm just gonna fly there myself, which is fine. Otherwise, what I was gonna do was I was gonna get the captain to fly there on his own. I would teleport, and then, you know, hopefully by the time we finish talking to Dal, the fighter would be there anyway. All right, so let's have a little bit of a discussion here.
Heart of acrimony 2.
So some folks suggested that the... What in the world was all that? Anyway, some of you folks suggested that the free families were pro-slaves, and they are, but we're kind of not really working for the free families right now, right? Where it's like a separate resistance, free families affiliated, but trying to bleed off some of the free families by freeing slaves and making it look like it's the Zyarth weakening, right? As far as that's the narrative I'm getting here. So we're manipulating the narrative, trying to make Zyarth look weak. I like it. I like it. Now, I know some of you are going to want me to
Entering
flip-flop.
system. Argus Ravine.
You're going to want me to strengthen Zyarth. So that Zyarth has more resources to fight the Xenon. But make no mistake, lest we forget, from episode 1, we were a fierce Free Families loyalist. We'll discuss more once we get to Pogger's Rest. And we're back. Let's dock at Pogger's Rest. Coming in hot. Pretty decently placed docking point. You know what? I mean, you know me. I've mentioned it a few times. Never been really super satisfied with the player HQ. But I think we've got a little something going right now. I got a little strat, a building plan for it, and it works. I like it.
Successfully docked.
Okay. Let's get up and let's go talk to Dal. Alright, look, the mum is kind of hard to get out of. Okay, Dal, I'm coming for you, baby.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Yeah, alright, so that's something else. Hang on. We'll sort that out too. So, it might have been Shijin in the last episode, I think. Not the last episode, the last episode, who was talking about global orders. So, if we go to global... Where are they? Global orders. I have... Default global response to pirate harassment. Notify me. There you go. That's what you're talking about. I think I understand what you're talking about now. Yeah. So if I get rid of all that shit, notify me about abandoned ships. I want that. And lock boxes. Yeah, just so that I'm aware of it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you. I fully understand what you're talking about now. Yeah, so we just turn off the notification. So they'll just do it and they won't tell us. They won't bug us about it. Great. That should be it. There's no save or anything. Just get out of it. Cool. Alright, let's talk to Dal. Holy shit. Look at his gaming setup. Look at his rig. Wouldn't mind myself one of those, if you know what I mean. Before we talk to him, let's have a look at our wares. Have we perchance picked up... What did we need? I always forget the name of it. It's like a ruined something or other, or a broken... It's not broken, it's something. Anyway, I don't think we've found it. The thing we need for Seda. It's damn elusive, huh? When I was streaming X4 the other night, some folks were like, yeah, yo, I find them all the time. And I got none of them, huh? I mean, I've killed quite a few Xenon. Oh, well. Look, that's just how it goes, Dal. I'm here for you. What do you got for me?
How's it going?
Oh, buddy. The plot moistens, I'll tell you what.
Both the Zyarth Patriarchy and the Cable of Curbs have a chance of uniting the free families under their rule. Maybe not all of the free families. There are still the occasional pirate bands and mob bosses. Anyway, it's time to decide which effort we're going to support.
What can we achieve? Can I side with the slaves? What do we need to do? I have made up my mind. Alright, let's probe him a little bit. What can we achieve?
A stronger patriarchy would have more resources to fight the Argon Federation, its allies, and whoever else they might decide to fight one day. The Curbs, on the other hand, would be an additional enemy for the patriarchy, which would relieve the pressure on the patriarchy's other foes. Our choice comes down to strengthening or weakening the patriarchy. Both options have their merits.
It's 2020. It's time to smash the patriarchy. Can we get a hashtag smash the patriarchy going, but it's actually X4 related and not real world? Can we do that? Can we get away with that? Can we side with the slaves?
That sort of cultural change is too big for them to swallow, and far from popular with the split. It is a society based on thralls and slave labor, after all. The patriarchy will enact slave rights, but only until their Argon enemies are defeated. Afterwards, they'll probably backtrack on it.
Yeah.
If the patriarchy is overthrown, they'll abolish those rights even faster. Patriarchy stations do treat the enslaved a bit better, but as long as there are split stations, there won't be an end to slavery. The Curbs, on the other hand, support slave revolts, but only until the patriarchy is driven out.
Yeah.
They have no genuine interest in helping them. So, to help the slaves, the first priority is not to let the patriarchy fall. and to support them in defeating the Curbs.
Look, but he's just basically said, slave is gonna slave, you know? I mean, we gotta actually take out the split society entirely to abolish slavery. So, you know, either way, it's just a matter of time. It's, do we free slaves now? Or, well, no, it's not even that. It's like, regardless of which side we choose, slavery's coming back. So that's it's sort of like a moot point. Just take that bargaining chip off the board. It doesn't matter. So what do we need to do?
Either way, we're delivering a fleet. It's just that in one case it'll be riddled with bombs, which they're clearly not going to like. Also, if you side with the Patriarchy, then we'll need to inform their authorities to coordinate our efforts and reap any rewards.
Oh, wow. Oh, hang on. Just from a gameplay standpoint, I wonder if siding with the Patriarchy then makes them... Well, surely it would repair our relations with them, and then we would have access to Patriarchy ships. We roleplay on this channel. We do. We stand by... We make bad decisions, and we stand by those bad decisions. Not because it is the best thing to do to make the most money or get the best ships, but because it's fun and because it tells a story. That's what this channel's all about. Emergent storytelling. At the beginning of the series, I said, and I defended my position multiple times, and fiercely, we are resistance. We are the free families. The free families. I've made up my mind. Give me a mission, huh? Okay. You have gathered all the relevant information on this conflict. According to Dal Buster, you now have a choice to make. Support the Curb Rebellion. Giving the Curb Rebellion a fighting chance. Both the Curbs and the Patriarchy will be heavily investing in securing the Free Families' space. The Free Families have the burden of supplying both the Court of Curbs and themselves. This conflict in Free Family space could create opportunities for foreign investors. Strengthening the Patriarchy. Siding with the Zyarth Patriarchy will stabilize and strengthen their empire, but like their empire's already basically gone because of the Xenon anyway, so is it really just putting a band-aid on the solution? It's hard to say. And put pressure on their enemies. With its multiple endeavors throughout the Jump Gate network, the Empire will likely have a high demand for a variety of goods. Business opportunity. The Empire's overall stability could eventually lead to a reduced demand for goods. The Patriarchy is likely to resolve the conflict with the Curb Rebellion and will continue its mandate to protect the Free Family space against foreign intruders. Okay. Side with the Patriarchy. Side with the Curbs. Curb your enthusiasm. I get it! Everyone was some of you were saying like curb this, curb that. In the I get it now.
Greetings.
Curb your enthusiasm, boys and girls. We're siding with the resistance.
Very well. I'll monitor the Curb's missions and any Patriarchy chatter to make sure they're not planning any successful raids. You just wait until they come up with their fleet requirements. Oh, and keep some caviar handy. You're probably gonna need it.
More caviar? My guy, my gentle boy. Alright, hang on. Let me just... So, if we need caviar, let me make 100% doubly sure that we've got everything that we... Tuning software. Ooh. Hey, remember engine tuning and shit from X? Security decryption from X3? Dude, the nostalgia is rich. Modular trigger, advanced targeting thingies. Marja Glit? I'm sorry, are you propositioning me? Herbicide? We'll need that when we start our Space Weed Empire. Sedative? Well, we might need that too. Alright, cool. Right.
Split, pleased to see you. Sending fleet specifications now. Being requested to fleet report back to Accelerator. Pilot formally invited to Declaration of Curbs. Let's celebrate Court of Curbs here. Politically capable and good.
Yo, that didn't take long. Separatist fleet. Okay, supply. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, this is very specific. Well, hey, at least it's a shopping list. And that's all doable. It's not anything we have to go out of our way for. Oh, wait. No, it's fine. Because the Mark III engines is something we have available to us from the very beginning. Okay, cool. So some of this we can fulfill. The question is, do we cannibalize our current fleet to save money? That's the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind. I don't think I'm going to get rid of the training fleet because that's under the monitor's command. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. I mean, dragons, we can probably just afford that straight off the bat. You know what I am going to do? Can I go open briefing? I'm actually going to... I'm going to be a scumbag here. I'm just going to take a photo of that. Alright, did that work? Yeah, that's legible. Cool. So that I don't forget the shopping list. Okay? Because otherwise I can just see I'm going to be going back and forth constantly. Ooh, this is... Okay, I see what you mean. So yeah, it's not going to take like 1 billion credits, but it's going to take a few hundred. Like for the rattlesnakes alone. I mean, to outfit those rattlesnakes... Well, alright, let's have a look. Let's do some fact-finding mission. We'll pull out the graph paper. We'll get our little green hat, our little visor, and our monocle, and let's do the math, huh? Okay, so if we're looking at a rattlesnake here, it's going to be a rattlesnake destroyer. So first up, travel engine 1, done. Main battery, split shields large, Mark 1. So I don't need to load this up, huh? All-round thrusters, Mark 3. Shield. It's hard to say whether this one's required. You know what I mean? But I think... Alright, let's load it up as best we can. So it says rattlesnake main battery, but it doesn't say how many of them. So let's be safe, and we'll overstuff, huh? We might actually be able to get away with just one. What else do they want? Flak and beam, large beams. Interesting. So we go beam, and again, we'll load it to the teeth, because this is then like worst case scenario, right? This is the most it can possibly cost. Beams across the board with the shields, and then the rest is going to be flak. So this is a very highly accurate boy that they want here. Interesting choice, if true. Okay, so there's that. Then of course there's like the basics there. They don't specify anything additional, and they don't say an exact number of repair drones. So let's run the gamut here. Travel engine Mark 1, we've got a main battery, large shield, medium shield Mark 1, flak, large beams, all-round thrusters Mark 3. So then all that's left over is, let's just say, maximum repair drones. And again, and then it has to have a captain, but we won't give them any crew. Okay, so that's 23. Let's say, let's be conservative here. 24 million. Right? So, like 100 mil, more than 100 mil, just to fulfill that part of the order. And that's probably like, I'm going to hazard a guess that's maybe half of it. Because then, like, monitors, we've got 2 monitors, and they're not as expensive, I don't think. And then it's 8 dragons, which I don't think would even equal the price of the monitors. Okay, so we need about 200 to 300 mil to get this done. And that's without cannibalizing anything. And that is also, again, it doesn't specify. If anyone knows for certain, let me know in the comments. But it doesn't specify exactly how many turrets, how many main batteries, etc. and so on. It just says you know, make sure that that's there. So maybe it's make sure that there's one of them, or make sure that you're fully stocked. It's really hard to say. Interesting, interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as Curb shopping list. Mark 1. Okay. No, lowercase looks better. I can't tell you how many times in space games when you're allowed to name your ships or just wherever you're allowed to name a design or something. I like to use Mark 1, Mark 2, but I can't tell you how many hours I've probably spent just going capital M or lowercase m, or, you know, just like, I know, I'm a horrible human being. All right, curb shopping list. So that's for our rattlesnake. So we can just churn out 5 of them when the time comes. So right now we live in this spot where we're a little bit self-directed. What do we have to do? We have to finish up Pogger's Rest, which is just a matter of time. It's getting done. There you go. We just got to make sure that we're pumping it full of stuff. See, yeah, look, we're not self-sufficient yet, so we're spending money on that. But we are at 82 million currently. We're making a small amount of money, like 220. I mean, I tell you right now, in the course of recording this video, half an hour or so, little more, I've made 600,000 from Chrome Stallions HQ. That's, you know, that's not too bad. So production needs to be pumped up. Pogger's Rest is going to make us money eventually once we can teleport it into you know, the relevant system. I mean, it's going to make us money there probably anyway, but you know, once it's done and self-sufficient, that'll be making money, and we are on our way. Then it's only a matter of like, do we cannibalize? It might actually be more trouble than it's worth, because then we've got to outfit all our destroyers individually. I mean, we got that blueprint now. Ooh, this is a little bit Sophie's choice. All right, so we're getting to it. We're getting to it, boys and girls. Incredible, incredible if true. Amazing, beautiful performance. So for the moment, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. Taste the game. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer out.